As you can see that this is a very crowded place, and you can tell how enthusiastic the people here are about this exhibition. And many people have taken the flight just to see the show here. And I have been working long time here in Russia, but I have never paid such attention to the art of dolls, because talking about dolls, usually we will think that it's toys for children, so it's not that attractive to us. So in the past, in my coverage, I will do more reporting about the arms forces and also the other automobiles, etc. But currently, we can discover the fact that the dolls based on the arts are quite differently from the traditional or the conventional toys. For example, here what we can see is a big house, a miniature of house, and inside a lot of chambers. And the creator of this work is from Russia, and the whole work of the dolls here are based on the inspiration from a film which is called The Whole Family of the Aidens. And top down, in total, we have 7 rooms, and we have 16 miniatures of persons. For each person, they can perform different moves and postures because they are designed in a special way and also in a very delicate way. And our artists, in creating such tools, they have embedded their own emotion and inspiration inside. And talking about today's International Art of Dolls exhibition, we think it's more like a 3D art for paintings, sculptures, and also the design of the clothes. They are all captured and represented by this art of dolls. I have also communicated with some of the colleagues who have participated in the exhibition. Actually, before entering into this sector of design for the dolls, they have already practiced some other forms of art. And this year, we are celebrating the 11th session of the International Art of Dolls exhibition. Over the past years, we would count more than 30 countries participating in this event. But this year, due to the pandemic impact, we have only received the works from 15 countries, and many creators and artists, they have mailed their works to the exhibition hall. So now in front of us, it's a work about the circus. This is a work created by the Estonian artist. And for the making of the dolls, we have multiple options of the materials. Some of them based on the tissue, some others on wood, and some others are made of the specific plastics used to be employed in the making of the toys. And in order to receive this batch of works from Estonia, they have also asked for help from the embassy. And opposite to that one is another group of works created by a very famous creator of the dolls. The inspiration comes from the film of a famous Italian director, Fellini. This is the operation side for the director from Italy, the film director. If my memory is still correct, then this Italian director has received 5 Oscar awards. And all the other features, they are the personages from the film made by this Italian director. For the dolls, there are 2 basic types. The first type, they are industrial toys. Usually they are produced in large quantity and more for a functional end. And the second type is for the sake of the art. For example, here, all of the toys, the dolls are handmade, and they are for the beauty of art. We all know that Russia has a long history of doll making. Talking about the traditional toy making in Russia, we can recall a history of more than 1,000 years. In the past, the people would use the cotton or other tissues or the parts of the wood in order to make the sculptures or the embroidery to form the toys and the dolls. And today we have much better and more advanced materials for the making of the dolls, so they can be preserved over longer period of times. And today our artists, they have also more creative minds, and a lot of their creations have become the collections of the fans of the dolls. And also there's a long history of puppet performance in Russia. In the past, most of the Russian people, they are farmers, so they don't have a lot of choices for entertainment. That's why the puppet performance is a very favorite activity for them. Every year after the hard work in the farmland, people will get together in the towns and also counties, and there will be some groups of artists of the puppet performance coming to perform for them. Again, as you can see, we have a really crowded exhibition for International Art of Dolls. And I would like to mention some characteristics about the art in doll making from Russia. And Russia has also enjoyed a very good reputation for the doll making. They have a good foundation for the training of talents. In many universities in Russia, you can find majors about the doll making. And also for the artists of the doll making, there are platforms to encourage them to move forward and to make progress, and also the awards. And here is the Pandora and the Platinum Prize of Pandora. This is the so-called Oscar Prize in the sector of doll making. All these in front of us are actually not the dolls, but the sculptures, the mini sculptures. They are the awards, the presents given to the laureates of the Pandora Award. So for the winner of the prize, they could receive such a mini sculpture as a kind of recognition. For 6 years, the committee of the Pandora Prize has in total presented more than 100 mini sculptures to the winners of the prize, and today we have not collected all of them to be presented at the International Art of Doors exhibition. And over the past days, I have communicated quite a lot with the participants. And for every one of them, there's a story to tell. For example, how they move from one sector to another. I encountered Maria days ago. 7 years ago, when she's traveling with her husband on a boat on the river here. They have run into a storm, so their boat can no longer move forward. They have to pull over their boat by the riverside, and they visited a village by coincidence. And this village actually was quite famous for the doll making. And immediately Maria fell in love with the technique of doll making. And she started to collect all the materials and also the manuals for the teaching about the doll making. And years after, Maria has considered doll making as her major business. So I'm about to check out if Maria is here so we can have a chat with her.
Алло, здравствуйте.
So I'd like to present to you Dajiana, Madam Dajiana, colleague of Maria. So they together created the dolls together. Maria has not yet arrived. So I'd like to ask some questions to you. Last year, they have created a complete series with 38 works. For example, today we have the little pigs from the tale, the fairy tales of Andersen. So in this difficult period of time with COVID-19, we hope that these lovely pigs from the funny fairy tales would bring us happiness. And finally, we believe that our goal is reached because many visitors, they are happier at the sight of these. If we look at them more closely, then we will find out that each of them is quite funny and interesting. All the works are created by you three. So three of them have the shared interests. That's why they started the creation together.
Полгода. С весны до зимы.
Вы сейчас намерены их продать отдельно или вот целиком?
Вообще-то даже не думали о том, чтобы продавать. Потому что когда делаешь и не думаешь, что надо продать, вот тогда начинается, ох, как хорошо.
他说呢，就是他们3个人用半年的时间做了这些玩偶。我就
And
问他，
three
我
of
说
them have spent half a year to create
想法
all
是
those dolls.
成套的
And I
是出售
also
的，还
asked
是
another
说可以一个
question.
一个的？
Would you like
因为
to
我知道
sell
有很多
them
的
in a complete series or in separate particles?
还有一些就是
Because I know some collectors, they prefer to
把
take
自己的玩偶
them
做
in the
一套完
complete
整开卖
series.
这样的话可能会流落到
But I know
地方，慢慢
also
就
for
会
the
丢失了。
creators
他
of
刚才说的
those
话呢，也印证了
dolls,
这
they
个
prefer to sell also in series
艺术家的想法。
because they don't want to
当他们在
separate the
创作的时
whole,
候
the
他们
complete
其实想的不
series.
是怎么把这个东西卖掉，因为如果是只是想着卖掉
But
的话，可能
actually,
就
during
会影响
their
他们的创作
creation, they will not
不是那么纯粹的
think
一个
in advance about the sales, and it's not pure art.
тема какая будет?
Пока не знаем. Пока не знаем. Тема должна захватить.
Захватить, да, она должна захватить. Мы сами, прежде всего, мы сами должны получать удовольствие от этой работы. Тогда оно и передастся и зрителю.
Пока не знаем, но будет что-то большое.
Выставка сама,
Надо это в музей забрать наши проекты.
Это уже не
Да,
первый наш
это уже
проект.
второй проект. Это по поводу продаж. Если мы распродадим, то они уйдет проект, его больше не будет. А хочется показать это зрителю.
他们说呢，现在呢还没有具体的下一个主题下一个创作的这种方案。
And they have
但是
not
他
yet
刚才又回到
picked the next topic of
他
creation.
并不关心就说这些玩偶到时候能卖多少钱。
But speaking about the purpose of creation,
可能会有
they are not caring much about the price of the works sold, but they are interested in the museum collections.
Забронировано. Мы не разрешаем ему наносить до выставки, забронированы.
Мне сказала, что вот, допустим, эта фигура, да, она уезжает сейчас в Китай.
Совершенно справедливо, точно, да. Да.
就是大家看到镜头里边的这个玩偶
As we can see here,
是被
all
我们
those dolls
台湾的一位
in front of us,
爱好者已经是预定了。过两天呢，
they are already
这个2位作者说就要
preserved by a fan from Taiwan of China.
所以说大家看到就是通过
And later on, the whole series will be
就
sent
大大的
to
机会就是大大的
Taipei City.
确实是文化和
So today, thanks to this International Art of Doors exhibition, we have a communication platform so all the fans and
知道呢，就
the
是在
people who love this art could come together and have a chat and also make an encounter.
一些玩偶设计
We
师
know that in China and also in Russia, we have the artists who are practicing the making of the dolls. So taking the opportunity of today,
Ирина, Татьяна, знаете, вот видите, сейчас на телефоне, да, здесь у нас да, она онлайн и вот сначала смотрит нашу трансляцию. Я бы хотел, чтобы вы напрямую, да, пообщались. Поздоровайтесь, пожалуйста. 孙老师，你能听到吗？现在大家我补充一下现在
and Professor Sun can hear me.
有莫斯科的现场，有我们那个
So in front of the camera, you can see
北京家里
the International Art of Dolls exhibition.
孙东旭
At the same time, we also have Sun Dongxu, the artist from Beijing.
刚才在现场的俄罗斯的艺术家向你问好。他们两位
And
呢
just now, our Russian artists said hello to you.
现在好像听到了。
Actually, they are a group of three. Now you can hear me.
他们3位是一起创作了这个以安徒生童话小猪
So they are a group of three, and they have created
我不知道
the whole series of
刚看我们
dolls based on the Three Pigs fairy tale by Anderson, what is your feeling, and do you have any questions to ask these Russian counterparts? Thank you very much, Mr. Song, for making the tour in the International Art of Doors exhibition. For many people here in China, we cannot go there to have a personal visit.
邵老师，您说。
我觉得我们国内的人应该会很希望，俄罗斯的艺术家会来到中国去办这样一个展览。
So we also expect more Russian artists could come to China to hold such an event.
可能是因为疫情的关系，这次的展览我并没有看到。
And due to the impact of COVID-19, a lot of famous artists are absent for this year's session of the Doors exhibition. But still, we have succeeded in holding such a wonderful event. And Irina and Daziana sent their invitation to you, and you are always welcome to come and visit Moscow and Russia. And they are also waiting for an opportunity to communicate with Chinese artists. They have held the exhibition, they have participated in the exhibition in Shanghai. Yes, I myself, I have also joined that event. And for you who are a professional maker of the doors, what is your comment about the exhibition in Russia? According to my knowledge, it is the largest in the world. It's the highest level of art of doors exhibition at international level. Every year, in this International Art of Doors exhibition, you can see the collections of the best works across the whole world. And personally, I believe that a lot of doors, they just look like a real person. They go beyond that concept of just toys for children. It's much more than that. And with the international exhibition, you can see how real they are. And they are also very attractive, those dolls. And for those dolls for collections, you can see that for the creators, they have already injected their own emotion inside. And here, another important characteristic about the dolls is the handmade. That is very precious.
Она говорит, что восхищается вашими произведениями, работой, да, это действительно на высочайшем уровне. С другой стороны, ваша работа вызывает такое теплое чувство, да, очень близко. И китайские любители обожают просто, да. И она тоже со своей стороны пригласила вас к нам, да. И, первым, то есть надо пообщаться почаще, да. С другой стороны, то есть у нас тоже там есть любители, может быть, они пробудят какую-то идею, да, по творчеству и так далее. Да.
Поэтому мы понимаем друг друга хорошо.
Ага. Спасибо большое, спасибо. Ага.
As we can see, this exhibition has brought a precious opportunity to the visitors and also, more importantly, for the professionals working in this area. And now, on the site, we can see visitors of all age groups, the children and also the elderly generations, and they are attracted by those wonderful creations, and we have waited for so long for the organization of this exhibition. And this year, the exhibition is held in the Red Square. And last year, what I can recall is only one big exhibition held in this area, and this is the second one. So for the doors of the arts, they are different from those toys and daily doors for children. So the doors of art, they are more advanced and they are more delicate. And we can also tell the emotion and feelings of our authors and creators. So I hope that this is really an eye candy for all of you. And to wrap it up for today's live stream, I remember in the novel The Miserables, there's one scene. The Aaron has given a doll to Cosette, and Cosette has considered that doll as the closest friend. By then, when reading that novel, I thought that it starts from the mentality of a child. But today, when I look at all those wonderful dolls, I have a different understanding of that part of the novel because there's a soul in them, in the dolls. So that's why Cosette can feel love from that doll, and she can feel love from the others. So still hope for this world. That is what this novel would like to tell us. So that is about for today's live stream program. And we also have Zhang Ran, my colleague, and Nabiev, our cameraman, collaborating, and also Suman from Beijing side. And together we have presented this live stream program. So see you next time. Thank you.